Hi yogis, so flow into yin today, a little bit of both, a couple of long holds and a bit more dynamic movement with breath to just sort of supple up the body and feel good. The only props you will need is either a blanket or a towel or something pretty big and chunky. So you can also use a pillow for this, that's absolutely fine, just off your bed. If you have a pillow, just maybe fold it in half. If it's a thin one, keep it full if it's a bit of a chunky one. If you have a towel or a blanket, just roll it up so it's a little like a sausage shape. And then pop that crossways across the top of your mat and come and lie down on your belly. And I want the pillow or the roll underneath the low ribs, so chest is over the top of it. And then slip your left arm over towards the right side. Slip your right arm over towards the left side, so the arms are crossed above the elbows. Back of hands are to the ground, palms are to the ceiling. And then you can drop your forehead down onto the mat. Now, if your forehead doesn't comfortably come down to the mat, you can slip a book or just a little prop of some kind underneath your forehead to have it lifted up a touch off the ground. That's also quite nice. With the forehead down, you will want to just tuck your toes, shift your weight forward, making sure the arms are underneath the collarbones rather than underneath the throat. When you're comfortable, close down the eyes and settle in. Start to find your breath. Make any adjustments to the physical shape that you might need to be comfortable. Notice the rise and fall of the belly as it presses into the mat, as it pulls away from the mat. Space between shoulder blades. If you find this is too strong, having the double cross of the arms, feel free to keep the left arm threaded under the right armpit and release the right arm, forearm to the top of the mat, resting the forehead to the back of the hand. I'm doing that now if you need to have a little peek. Notice if you're gripping anywhere in the body. The buttocks, the legs, even the jaw. Allow yourself to soften. Perhaps the breath is beginning to deepen and lengthen as you become more familiar with the mat, with the shape your body is in. Noticing if you're able to focus or if the mind is still a little scatty. Of course, bringing a count to your breath if you can't still your mind. It will come as we practice. About another 3 breaths this side. Gently lift the head. And with as little shifting as you can, change the cross of your arms, left over right. Creep the hands back as far towards the far head if you're taking that variation. And then arms underneath collarbones rather than throat. Even if you find your focus is still not quite there, know that the body will always be receiving the benefits of your practice. Just by unrolling the mat and getting onto it, start that process. Those of you who are very familiar with a yoga practice, the body will kind of know what's about to happen, prepare itself. It can be new, just adjusting to a home practice, a video practice. It's not quite the same, huh? But the movements are the same, the sequencing is similar, and we adjust for now. Keep connection with the belly as it breathes into the mat, pushing the mat away from you on your breath in, and just sinking into the blanket or the bolster or the pillow on the breath out. Let's take another 3 breaths here. Begin to lift the head. Release the cross of your arms and take your forearms to your mat. They're parallel, so a number 11. Elbows underneath the shoulders, fingers spread into your sphinx. Keep the bolster or the blanket where it is. And then feel like you're drawing your elbows in towards your chest without actually moving your arms. And as you do that, you can pull the chest forward and broaden through the clavicles. Maybe even look up a little bit here. Close down the eyes. Another 3 breaths. And 1 more breath. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, let your elbows go wide, fingertips come together. Drop the forehead down towards the back of the hands. Palms come either side of your ribs. Press your buttocks back to your heels for child's pose. You can rest your forearms and your wrists on your blanket roll, your pillow. I think it makes it a bit stronger, gives some more space for the shoulders. And drop the forehead down between the arms. And if this is too much for you, simply slip the blanket roll away and have your hands down onto your yoga mat. Take one more breath here. Lift the head. Slip the hands a bit closer to your knees, lifting the chest up and away. Fingertips stay down onto the ground. As you inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, lift the chest, look up. As you exhale, press the hands down and away, dome the back, tuck the chin. 3 more like that. Inhale, pull the heart forward, tilt the pelvis, look up. Exhale, tail tucks, press back between the blades. Again, inhale, ripple that forward, look up. Exhale, press the earth away. Inhale, last time to look up. And as you exhale, slip the hands forward back into child's pose. Breath in, up onto your all fours. Slip your blanket roll off towards the side. You're done with it. Lower all the way down, belly to earth. Hands either side of your ribs. Tone your belly, tone your legs. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, forehead to earth. 2 more times. Breath in to lift the heart and chest. Breath out, lower down. 1 more time, inhale to lift up. Exhale, back to child's pose. This time, buttocks to heels, arms long. Inhale, up onto your all fours. Toes will tuck under, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, wrap the armpits towards the heart, and just roll the inner thighs towards each other slightly. Take a full breath in here. Stay for the breath out. Look towards your hands. Lots of tiny little steps of your feet all the way up to the top of the mat to meet your hands. Take your time as you do this. When you get there, take an inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, let it go. Head can be heavy here. Press down into your feet. Next breath in, all the way to stand. Reach your arms wide. Gather the palms up and overhead. Exhale, hands down through heart space. Inhale, big arms, take them wide. Exhale to fold, let it go. Halfway lift to breath in. Fold to breath out. Right foot will step all the way to the back of the mat. Drop the knee down. As you inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, big open arm twist to the left. Left arm behind, right arm in front. Inhale, flip your right hand, right fingertips to the sky. Wimble the hands down towards the ground. Come off your right knee, fingertip lunge. Step it back, simply downward facing dog. Rock forward into plank. Press into your hands, buttocks to heels, little crouch back of mat. Keep your knees floating. Inhale, spring forward into plank. Exhale, hips up and back.
down dog. Tiny little steps to the top of the mat, feet meet hands. When you get there, halfway lift to inhale. Exhale, fold. All the way to stand, big reach of the arms high. When you get there, Kali Mudra, interlace your fingers, thumbs crossed, first finger releases, breath in, lift. Exhale, side bend, torso to the right, hips to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, big release of the arms, catch a bind behind you. Narrow the shoulder blades, lift the sternum, look up. Soft knees, firm belly as you fold down. Release the arms, chair pose, Utkatasana, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach up. Stay for your breath out, sink deeper. Breath in, press to stand. Breath out, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift here. Fold. Left foot will go back, drop the knee. Anjaneyasana, lift for the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, big open arm twist to the right. Flip your left palm, left fingertips up, right hand down the back of the left leg. Windmill the hands, tuck your back toes, come off the knee, fingertip lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, rock forward. Exhale, crouch at the back of your mat, hands press forward and away. Inhale for plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. High on your tiptoes, deep bend in your knees, step, step, or of course float top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way to stand, reach for the ceiling as you go. Side bend to the left, to center, to the right, to center. Hands interlace behind, big breath in, lift the heart. Exhale to fold, keep your belly firm. Release chair pose, inhale. Sit deep, breath out. Press to stand and fold. Halfway lift, peek forward. Exhale, release. Right foot goes back, land the knee. Untuck the toes, reach for the sky, inhale. Big open arm twist to the left. Right fingertips flip, palm to ceiling, breath in. Hands windmill to earth, breath out. Fingertip lunge for inhale. Hips up and back, pyramid pose for the breath out. Take a halfway lift here. Exhale to fold. One more time, halfway lift. Drop your right heel, turn the toes out. Left hand to the left shin. Unpeel the right arm to the ceiling for Trikonasana. Inhale, up and over, reverse your triangle pose. Left fingertips swoop to the sky. Exhale, windmill the hands to the earth. Big step back, downward dog. Plank pose on the inhale. Crouch at the back of the mat, exhale. Spring forward to plank, breath in. Hips up and back, breath out. Gaze to the hands, deep bend in the knees. Step, step, or hop, top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. All the way to stand, breath in, Kali Mudra at the top. Hips to the right, torso left, breath out. To center, breath in. Hips left, torso right, breath out. Center, breath in. Catch the bind behind, lift through the heart, look up. Exhale, fold. Let the head go. Chair pose, release the bind, deep seat.
Sit deeper. Press to stand. Forward fold.
Take a halfway lift, inhale.
Exhale to fold.
Left foot goes back, land the knee.
Reach for the ceiling, inhale. Big open arm twist to the right. Flip the left palm, fingertips rise. Hands windmill to the mat. Tuck your back toes, fingertip lunge. Hips up and back, pyramid pose.
Halfway lift, peek forward.
Exhale, fold.
Halfway lift, peek forward. Drop your left heel, toes turn out, right hand, right shin. Unfurl the left arm to the ceiling, Trikonasana. Keep another breath here. Up and over, reverse your triangle. Look up. Windmill the hands to the earth. Step back, down dog. Forward to plank. Buttocks to heels, crouch. Forward to plank. Hips up and back, down dog. Float your right leg. Step it through between your hands. 10 toes stay pointing forward. Rise for crescent lunge. Sink on down, take a moment here. Little tuck of tailbone so you can feel something really good in the front of that left thigh. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, big open arm twist to the right. Maybe the gaze goes back to the right fingers, maybe not. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, palms come to prayer, hook your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. One more breath here. Inhale, release, crescent lunge, fingertips to sky. Exhale, big step straight into chair pose, sink in. Press all the way to stand. Exhale, fold, big open arm, reverse swan dive down. Halfway lift to inhale. Exhale to fold. Left foot goes back, left foot. Drop the knee to the mat, reach for the ceiling, inhale. Big open arm twist again to the right. Flip that left palm, take it to the sky, reverse. And as you exhale, left fingertips down inside your right foot. Easy twist, come off the left knee, reach your right arm to the sky. Take a full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Take your right hand down to your right leg. Drop your left heel, toes turn out, triangle pose. Unfurl left arm to the sky. Lift the kneecaps. Press into the big toe mound of your right foot. And then lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head. Last breath. Inhale, up and over, reverse your triangle pose. Exhale, windmill the hands. Step back, down dog. You choose your flow here. I'm offering forward to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Knees or no knees are fine. Inhale, up dog, or maybe cobra. Exhale, rolling that back, downward facing dog. Left leg to left, last on the legs. Through between the hands it goes. Reach for the ceiling, inhale. And just stay and settle into crescent for a moment. Feel those front ribs pulling in, tailbone tucks, maybe even you just put the hands either side of the pelvis and just give it a little kind of tuck up and press back. Breath in.
Open arm twist to the left as you exhale. Sink deeper. Breath in. Palms come to prayer, thumbs stay to sternum, right elbow hooks to the left knee. Inhale, release for crescent lunge. Exhale, straight into chair pose. Sit down. Press to stand. Big reverse swan dive, forward fold down. Halfway lift. Unfold. Right foot will go back to the back of the mat. Reach for the sky, inhale. Big open arm twist to the left. Flip the right palm, reverse. Right hand goes down inside the foot, tuck those right toes off the knee, easy twist, left to the ceiling. Full breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down, drop your right heel, triangle pose, unfurl, untangle. Find length in every single direction here, fingertip to fingertip, crown to tail. One more breath. Up and over, reverse your triangle, inhale. Windmill the hands to the mat, exhale. Big step to plank. Chaturanga of choice, knees or no knees. Cobra or upward facing dog. Take that back, downward dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Knees come down to the mat. Buttocks to heels, child's pose. Begin to walk the hands back in towards you. Place the palms on the knees. Take a big roll of the shoulders up and back. You can do that once more. Close the eyes. Big roll of the shoulders up and back. Good. Come back up onto your all fours. And cross your right knee over the top of your left. Hug the knees close in towards each other. Walk your hands back and sit down between your heels, Kumbhakasana, right leg on top of left. If this is too strong for you, you can just simply take an easy cross leg, that's absolutely fine, or you can even release the lower leg, which is the left one, out in front of you. That's also a really nice option. And as we're here, just get really comfy, settle in. Take your hands to your feet, sit tall, close the eyes. And you can either stay lifted and upright, or you're very welcome to fold forward. You might like to take your blanket and pop it over the top of that right thigh so you've got something for the forehead to prop up. You might release your feet and just rest the back of the hands or the palms down to the mat in front of you. Begin to settle your breath. Stay in your fold. Resist the temptation to fuss and fidget. I know this can be quite strong. Please, any pain in the knees, come on up and take one of the other variations that were offered. We're here for about a minute. Notice how you've responded to stillness. And sometimes when we combine the two practices of flow and of movement, it can be really tricky, it can be a challenge when you're into the movement and into the flow and being strong, to then being asked to soften, to come out of that flow space. It can be hard. And I think it can also help us learn as people off our mat how to move between those two things. To be energetic and strong and bouncy, to being soft and still, passive. Let's take another 3 breaths here. If you're still in your fold, walk your hands back in towards you. Sit on up. Keep the eyes closed. Drop the fingertips behind you. Blink open the eyes. Release the soles of the feet down to your mat, hip width. Palms to the mat, fingers forward, wrist creases back. Press down into the feet, down into the hands. Lift up the hips for temple pose. You can drop your head back if that's nice. Full breath in. Exhale, land the buttocks back down to the ground. Kumbhakasana, left leg on top. Again, modification, simple cross of the leg, or half Kumbhakasana, right leg long out in front of you, left stays. Hands to the feet, breath in, sit tall. As you exhale, if it's there for you, fold forward, otherwise stay lifted. And again, you can always place your pillow or your blanket over that top thigh to be able to sink on down. Notice as you fold forward, the feedback from the body, how the sensations in the hips change. They grow deeper, essentially stronger. Probably being still is now more available. Easier to find that space, the quiet place. Notice how the breath feels.
Take a couple more breaths. Stay in your fold if you're there. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale as you raise up. Hands drop behind you, palms to mat, fingers forward, wrist creases back. Unravel the legs, soles of feet hip width to mat. Press into your feet, lift the hips, temple pose. You can drop the head back once more. Really drive down into the hands, drive down into your feet. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, gently swing the hips back between your hands. Land with the legs straight. Grab that blanket roll or towel or pillow and pop it underneath the knees. They're lifted. Have your feet about hip width apart. And just start to fold forward. Let your torso be heavy over your legs. Let your head be heavy here. Find breath into the back of the body. A tiny rock side to side of the torso can feel amazing. Notice if you're holding the head up, let it go. Take 5 long, deep breaths here. Really exploring the full length of breath, the full capacity of your lungs. And letting the body take what it needs from each breath. And on the exhale, send away what is not useful. One more breath here. Keep the eyes closed, but begin to tone the belly. You can walk your hands up your legs, and then all the way back and down into Shavasana. Keep the blanket roll behind the knees or behind the calves.
Namaste.